We've just witnessed the most dramatic of elections in Spain. We've seen the rise of the Vox Party, a people's movement for the restoration of Spain. You know, to save Spain from mass immigration, from disintegration through regionalism, and through this sort of the giving away of Spanish sovereignty to the European Union. This is what the globalists have engineered in Spain over the last few decades. And Spain has gone into dramatic freefall, especially with the rise of the Catalonian independence movement, especially with the onslaught of mass immigration from Africa, and also with the EU claiming more and more sovereignty. So Spain needed to react against this. And the Popular Party, which was the Conservative Party in Spain, was completely incapable of responding. Santiago Abascal, the heroic leader of the Vox movement, he said that the Popular Party were cowards. They lacked the backbone to really stand up against these forces of globalism. Because another aspect of globalism was the disintegration of traditional Spanish morality, which was based on the teachings of the Catholic Church, which sanctified human life, which talked about the family and about wholesome sexual relationships. This has been supplanted in Spain by the whole modernist agenda of sexual perversion, the taking of unborn children in abortion clinics, and their killing. You know, it's an horrendous onslaught on life itself in Spain and on these traditional values which have upheld Spain through thick and thin through the last, through the centuries. So Vox Party raised the standard to defend traditional Spain and to defend the integrity of Spain as a nation, its national unity and its national purpose. Because the previous administrations, which was the Popular Party from 2011 to 2018, and previously the socialist administrations, have been quite happy to give more and more power to the regions in Spain. And to the point where the regions were actually wanted to divide Spain and assert their independence. There can be no more concessions now to the Spanish regions. And this is why the Spanish people have reacted. Even before the emergence of Vox, they were starting to fly the Spanish flag with gusto. They wanted to preserve Spain. Spain means a lot. And the Vox Party absorbed the whole Trump palette, the Trump agenda. They started off with this notion of make Spain great again. Spain, one of the great forces of change in the world, one of the great sort of languages of modern times. Spain, after English, is the second language of the world. Now, Trump also talked about putting America first, and Santiago Abascal, he absorbed that slogan and used the expression, put Spain first, put Spain above everything else. This was a reassertion of nationalism. And nationalism is about the survival and the prosperity of the nation. It's not a word to be eschewed, it's not a word to be denied, it's a word to be asserted. We stand for the nation. And Vox proclaim that loudly and clearly. But beyond Trump's slogans, they also picked up Trump's method of organising these mass rallies, which were focal points for the enthusiasm and for the numbers that were behind them. And everywhere they went in Spain, Vox, they held dramatic rallies which got bigger and bigger and more enthusiastic, more and more colourful, and they became the highlight of the whole electoral campaign. So when it went to the actual elections, Vox were confident of doing well. Now, this was a party that in the previous election in 2015 had only won 47,000 votes. I think they finished the 15th largest party. They were sort of level with the party to protect animals against cruelty. They were a bit of a joke party. And now the way Santiago Abascal has led them allowed them to emerge as a force for real, not change, but conservation of Spain, the preservation of Spain. And that force translated into votes. They won 2.7 million votes from 47,000. What a dramatic increase that was. over 10%, almost 11% of the electorate voted for Vox, who before December 2018, when they made a breakthrough in Andalusia, were a fringe party in Spain. And simply by picking up the Trump methodology, they transformed their fortunes. And with a leader with the charisma and the fortitude and the vision of Santiago Abascal, they projected themselves onto the national scene. But the thing about Santiago Abascal, he's got a very sophisticated and worked out ideology. He's thought about what are the issues in Spain and how he wants to address them. He's deep and he speaks to people's hearts, and people responded to that. And he turned the Spanish people from fear of political correctness, fear of intimidation by the left, to boldness, to speaking out their love of Spain and a desire to preserve Spain. He inspired people. He had that Trump effect of inspiring his following, of creating a movement around himself. Now, Vox Party have laid the foundation in this elections to build even further, to begin again the reconstruction of Spain. And on the 26th of May, there are local elections in Spain, regional elections, and most importantly, European elections, which will allow Vox to take an even bigger step forward. The momentum continues. You see, it's election after election. This is a process of saving Spain, and Vox are well on the way. And what they've done at the moment, all that happened in the general election, was that the two big forces in Spanish politics, the left and the right, shuffle the pack. There was a movement towards the socialist within the left, but then again, the socialists only got 7 million votes, which was way short of the 11 million they were winning before 2011. So they're still really stagnant. And on the right, the Popular Party, its vote collapsed, and two forces on the right emerged, not just the Vox Party, but the Citizens Party, under Albert Romero. He's created another nationalist force, another conservative force, which emerged in Catalonia initially to try and redeem Spain from the situation that it's in. And so there's these two lively forces now on the Spanish right, who are reinvigorating the national debate in Spain. And it was great to see. It was a fantastic election. I followed it closely on social media, and I can only see progress for these parties. I mean, in the short term, the left may be able to form a government, but it's going to be a minority government. It's going to be unstable. It's going to be ephemeral. But the Spanish people have awoken now. They've awoken to the dangers they face, and they can see solutions. Abascal has provided them with a vision, a hope for the future, a hope of a Spain reignited. And this ties in with the whole rebirth of the European nationalist parties. I mean, Salvini straight away has invited Abascal to become a partner in the nationalist party's movement, which is centred around him in Italy. And Marine Le Pen has put her arms around Abascal and said, "You're one of us. We are the people who are reclaiming Europe for the nations." And we've got a battle on our hands, because the globalists are still determined to destroy the nation state in Europe. They're still determined to saturate us with third world immigration, especially Islamic immigration. They're still determined to take sovereignty from the nation and give it to the bureaucrats in Brussels. But the fight back goes on, and there's another front opened up in Spain, and it was great to see. It's great to see the life and the vigour that is in nationalist movements in Europe. We're not going to win power just one election at a time, but we're gaining ground. We're taking ground every election. That foundation stone is being laid in Finland recently with Jussi Henner. It's obviously Salvini has created a great structure in Italy. Marine Le Pen is on the march again in France. Abascal in Spain. The AfD in Germany. The Visegrad states in Eastern Europe. It's happening. And we look forward to these European elections on the 26th of May. Then we're going to see the nationalist wave come in dramatically. A tidal wave, which is going to sweep Europe. And there's great hope for the future. And it's Santiago Abascal is a great addition in the lexicon of nationalist greats. So well done to Vox in Spain. It was a victory. They haven't acquired power yet, but it's a victory on the march to power. One battle at a time, and each battle won eventually will win the war. Thank you for watching this video. We're putting out messages as often as we can now to stir up the people of this nation and the people of the West to fight back on behalf of their nations, to have confidence that we can win. We're trying to buy new equipment. We want to buy a small camera so that we can film outside, and we want buy some radio mics so we can get good sound quality outside. So we're looking for funds really to promote this work that we're doing. So if you support us and you want to invest in this battle to save our nation, there's a PayPal link in the description. If you can, please make a donation. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell as well so you get a notification of any future videos we make. We're turning out 2, 3, 4 videos a week now, and we're going to keep on this battle until we win. Thank you.